friends, the delimitation debate is back in full force. The government is dangling from the horns of dilemma to do or not to do the delimitation. What is delimitation, you may well ask? Defining electoral constituencies is vital for a democracy. It uses population data to set constituency boundaries. India's Delimitation Commission regularly redraws electoral constituency boundaries to guarantee equitable representation. Political controversies, regional tensions, and debates about population based representation have frequently hampered the process. Let us explore the significance of delimitation in India, its historical evolution, present day disputes, and the role of census in shaping it. To ensure fair representation as populations change, the delimitation process redraws electoral constituency boundaries. Maintaining electoral fairness and preventing distortions in the democratic process is a vital task. Fair representation is a key aim of setting boundaries. To ensure fair representation, each electoral constituency should have a similar number of voters. Population growth is another key factor. Population changes can create unequal representation. To ensure equal voting power, we must fairly redraw electoral constituencies. Redefining limits helps to avoid political manipulation. An inadequate system risks overrepresentation of some regions and underrepresentation of others, which results in biased governance and policy. Fair delimitation prevents the practice of drawing electoral constituency lines to benefit a specific political party. Giving an independent body the power to set boundaries protects fairness and democracy in elections. The President of India appoints the Delimitation Commission. It works with the Election Commission to maintain neutrality and transparency in the process of redefining electoral constituencies. The practice of delimitation in India dates back to the British colonial period. However, its modern form took shape after independence to ensure fair electoral representation. Following the first general elections, the government created the first Delimitation Commission in 1952. The Commission Act of 1952 created the commission which redrew constituencies based on the 1951 census. Subsequent delimitation exercises took place in 1963, 1973 and 2002. Each of these was based on the most recent population census conducted in 1961, 1971 and 2001 respectively. Concerns over demographic imbalances halted delimitation from 1976 to 2002. The 42nd Amendment to the Constitution froze the process, citing differences in population growth rates between states as a major concern. The Delimitation Act of 2002 reconstituted the Delimitation Commission. In 2008, using data from the 2001 census, officials finally adjusted constituency boundaries. This marked a significant step in maintaining electoral fairness and reflecting population shifts. The population census plays a crucial role in delimitation. It ensures equal representation by providing accurate population data. The Delimitation Commission relies on the latest census to adjust constituency boundaries. This enables fair and balanced electoral representation. Population growth affects representation. The states with rapidly increasing populations, such as Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, may require additional seats. The regions with slower growth may experience decline in representation. This has led to concerns, particularly among southern states. They have lower population growth rates and fear losing political influence. One of the biggest concerns is the potential loss of political power for South Indian states. Southern states' population control may cause them to lose parliamentary seats to states with higher fertility rates. Former Tamil Nadu CM M. Karunanidhi had asked in 2001, quote unquote, "We have implemented family planning policies effectively. Why should we be punished by losing seats?" Already uncomfortable with the Hindi being pushed as national language, South Indian states look upon the census-based delimitation as another step towards promoting North Indian domination. Milan Vaishnav and Jamie Hinson of Carnegie Endowment for International Peace projected in their 2019 analysis that such an exercise could increase the overall strength of the Lok Sabha to 668, with Uttar Pradesh representation alone rising from 80 to 143 by 2026. In contrast, Tamil Nadu, which currently sends 39 representatives, could see the number rise to just 49. Kerala, which sends 20, would see no changes at all. Following the revocation of Article 370, officials conducted a delimitation exercise in Jammu and Kashmir, increasing seats in the Jammu region more than in Kashmir. Critics argue that this favors the ruling party and alters J&K's political landscape. Before delimitation, Kashmir had 46 seats and Jammu had 37. After delimitation, Kashmir got 47 seats but Jammu increased to 43. Political parties in Kashmir view this as an attempt to shift power towards the Hindu majority Jammu region. Delimitation also affects the reservation of seats for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. The reservation of constituencies is based on the proportion of scheduled caste scheduled tribe population in a state. Again, the Women's Reservation Bill of 2023 mandates 33% reservation for women, which will require another delimitation exercise after the next census. Despite being an independent body, concerns exist that political interests may influence delimitation commissions. In states where ruling parties seek advantages, there have been allegations of manipulation of the boundaries of constituencies in favor of the ruling party. For example, in Assam, allegations that a delimitation exercise would alter the ethnic composition of constituencies affecting indigenous groups halted the exercise in 2008. Currently, the authorities have frozen delimitation until 2026. No one has made adjustments using the 2011 census. COVID-19 delayed the 2021 census, causing concerns about outdated boundaries and demographic data. If they shift the freeze on parliamentary seats after 2026, northern states will gain representation while southern states could lose seats. We could reweight allocations or adjust Rajya Sabha representation. For fair boundary redrawing, technologies like AI and GIS mapping can ensure scientific unbiased delimitation while involving local communities in the process can reduce concerns about favoritism. Independent monitors such as international observers or national watchdogs could strengthen the credibility of the process. The next part of this two-part series will discuss solutions in detail. The 2026 boundary changes will alter the political map of India, increasing the power of North Indian states and potentially reducing the representation of South Indian states. Fair governance depends on this important though politically sensitive process. Political agendas, demographic changes, and disparities between regions are at the heart of the controversy. This isn't simply about redrawing borders. The future global power dynamic within the world's largest democracy is at stake. A turning point has arrived for India. Forward-thinking leaders must address regional inequalities while upholding democratic ideals. Whether India's democracy thrives or falters depends on its handling of this delicate balance in the face of regional pressures. The success or failure of India's future governance rests on this critical juncture, a true measure of its commitment to fairness and national unity.